Hello everyone, my name is Marie-Lou Villanueva and I am one of the volunteers at the association La Pagaie Sauvage. Today I'm going to present you one of the work carried out on the collaboration with the University of Pau and the Pays de la Dour on the optimization of the citizen protocol for the collection of microplastic and the importance of the participative sciences in this field. We already know a lot about microplastics. We have identified the sources of the discharge, the main one being wastewater treatment plants. We can take the example of one of these plants in Le Havre, which rejects 2,800 microplastic per cubic meter. This number may seem excessive, but the numerous studies carried out on the large rivers have proved that microplastics are indeed present in a very large quantities, despite the dilution effect depending on the river flow. In France, for example, one of the largest rivers has concentrations up to 20 microplastic per cubic meter. The biggest work remains to be done on the smaller, sparsely populated and anthropized rivers. A very long sampling work is needed to better understand how microplastics move and pollute the smallest streams. For this, citizen science can be the solution. This makes it possible to cover a larger area, to be more responsive to hydrology, impact of flood for example, and saving considerable time and money. We therefore need to find a simple and effective way to collect microplastics which gives scientifically exploitable results. We decide to compare one of the most used net on the scientific field, the Manta net, with a handmade net, the baby legs net. The baby legs consist of a plastic bottle and baby tags. These materials are inexpensive and easy to find. The cost of the samplings is therefore very low in comparison to scientific materials, as you can see. But how effective is it? For that, we have chosen to compare these two methods on three different sampling sites. Sampling was carried out on the surface on two rivers, the Nive and the Adour rivers, located on the southwest of France in the Adour catchment area, as you can see on the map. Samples was collected at fixed points at the same place with the same filtered volume. The exposure time for the Manta net were 16 minutes and 40 minutes for the baby legs net for each sample. A total of 40 samples and 290 cubic meters of water were sampled. For the analysis, we use the method of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which consists of a degradation of organic matter and a separation of the microplastic from the rest of the sampling by density. As microplastics are defined between 0.3 to 5 mm, we decide to classify each microplastic into 10 size classes between these two values. Synthetic fibers was not counted in these studies. For the result, here the average obtained for the three sites. The axis on the right represents the concentration in microplastic per cubic meter. In blue, the Manta net sample with a concentration of 1.7 microplastic per cubic meter, and in orange, the baby legs net with 1.3 microplastic per cubic meter. Under these conditions, the application of the two methods gives statistically similar concentration. Now, if you look at the distribution of the fragment sizes in percentage, we can see that the microplastic more frequently collected on the surface by the baby leg net in orange are the size between 0.5 to 0.7 mm and between 0.3 to 0.5 mm for the Manta net in blue. The size from 0.5 to 2 mm seems correspond for the both method. Conversely, small differences between the two methods are visible for size bigger than 2 mm and smaller than 0.5 mm. What causes these differences? We decide to check the mesh size of the two nets under the microscope. This is a picture we taken up the manta net and down the baby leg net. We notice that when we stretch the baby leg pantyhose in the right, some of the mesh was more than 0.6 mm open. This widening of the pantyhose could therefore explain the loss of some of the smaller microplastics. The conclusion of these studies is that the baby legs, which is a microplastic net for less than 10 euros, is as effective as the manta net for sampling conditions. Is it still necessary to pay attention to the loss of the smallest particle? For this reason, it should perhaps be considered to find a more resistant fabric. This advance will help to develop the network of knowledge about this pollution. Thank you for your attention.